So Airrack posted a video of him finally getting to 10 million subscribers. So if you're watching this video, you probably know that Airrack promised that if he got to 10 million subscribers before the end of the year, he will make the
world's largest pizza!
But what if I beat him? What if I make the world's largest pizza of all time? And you know what is gonna be the best part? I'm gonna do all of that without spending a single dollar. Yeah, you heard that right. I'm gonna make the world's largest pizza of all time for free. So if you want to see how I do it, stick until the end of the video and support me by liking and subscribing to my channel. Now, let's get into it. Probably by now, if you have followed my channel before, you may know what I'm going to do. But first, we're going to see the scale that we're competing against. To put it in more perspective, this is a 16-inch large pizza. And what Airrack is going to do is a pizza of 1,440 inches in diameter. But honestly, that is not big enough. What I'm going to do is 10 times, 1,000 times, 1 billion times larger than what Airrack is going to do. Now let's get into it. So for this project, I'm gonna use the free software Blender. So this is how it's going to go. First, I'm gonna have to model the pizza. Then I'm gonna have to add some textures on that pizza. And just to make it more interesting, I'm gonna make an object to see how big of a scale the pizza really is. But first, let's do some math. Just to make it easier for myself, instead of using inches square, I'm going to use meters square. But I'm always left on red. Ooh, no. And every time we meet, nothing is off. So after doing the math, these are our measurements. Now it's time to go into Blender mode. The first thing I did was to get as many 3D assets as I could from websites such as Sketchfab, CG Trader, and TurboSquid. Then I started modeling the pizza and putting some textures on it. And just to make it more realistic, I used some real images for the texture. After that, I added my object of skill reference for each of my 3 scenes. I also did some camera and object animation, but very basic. Also, I adjusted some curves in the graph editor and composited my scene. Finally, I rendered my 3 animations. After that, I did some basic color grading in DaVinci Resolve. The process of making these animations was really time consuming and challenging because I had to keep in mind the scale of each of the objects so it could be as accurate as possible. So yeah, finally I finished the animations and I'm so proud of them. I'm very happy with them. And this is the first result for the smallest size of my pizza. Enjoy! So, as you saw, the smallest size, only 10 times bigger than Airrack's pizza, is going to be about the area that a building occupies, which is incredible. Now, let's go to the second animation, 100 times larger. Enjoy! So, as you saw, this is not one building, but a small city, which is already a big jump. But the thing is, we're not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world's largest pizza of all history. Not 1,000 times larger, not 100,000 times larger, not 1,000,000 times larger, but 1,000,000,000 times larger than Airrack's world record of the largest pizza. Before, subscribe. Now, let's dive into it.